everyone, good to see you. How are we doing this fine day? I am very nervous because I completely forgot to do what I was supposed to do. I'm singing in a sing-song voice because I'm nervous. That's what I do. So, in my eternal wisdom, I just assumed that the people who have emoted up on the thing to say they'd like to take part, people that normally take part, have had a week to sort things out and will have a week to create something, so I won't have to reach out and say, hey, do you want to take part, or do you have an empire, etc. I was wrong. I received a few empires. If you're one of the few people that have sent me a completed empire, thank you so very much. That is incredibly kind of you and will help speed along this process. We will be taking regular breaks today as well because of my eye. It wasn't a huge flare-up this morning. It was just an idiotic one. I woke up, I was fine, I blinked, and then I wasn't. I'll be refilling this as well because it's very warm now.
Game already!
Hey, Tim. So, yes. Churchy work? Yeah, I think the original post was deleted. I wasn't sure. Oh, no. It wasn't that it was originally... It was deleted. Oh, Montu's involved. Okay. Montu is involved. Let me update my sheet. So, the original post... I did put Montu on the list, didn't I? No, I put Montu... I usually put Montu and EP at the bottom. Because I don't know how busy they are. So... Imhas, Gaming Brain, Moonwatcher, and Dr. Nagi are all very kindly supporting the Patreon at the Patreon tier. So they will have first dibs on stuff. So whoever, if they pick a specific civic, a specific origin that can only have one of, then they will have rights of passage to that. Now, I am not going to... I've reached out to people that are on the Patreon. Obviously, Gaming Brain's moving, he's busy, perfectly fine. I'm not having to go at anyone. I'm just saying, I was hoping that a few people might have stuff ready. If not, then we do it live. We just do it live. I think Dan is on... I think Dan and I have our tradition where we go, fuck it, Dan, what do you want? I don't know, make it up, let's do it. So, yeah. Yes, Patra, that is indeed correct. I'm not too sure what Empire myself I'll be playing yet. It's going to be... I had a few ideas. The reason, by the way, folks, in the Discord, I said about the favoritism thing and that basically no being whining and stuff, is because I might play an aggressive Empire. I might play an empire that is designed around consuming, that's designed around eating, that's designed around general destruction of empires. I don't want people to think that I am singling people out or that I will be attacking specific individuals, etc. I know a lot of you put a lot of work into your lore. It's just the way that things happen that sometimes me sitting back and being defensive is all well and good, but sometimes people might want to see a more aggressive style. So that leads me to my next question. What type of empire would you like me to play? Do you want me to be more actively involved in the empire, in the universe? Sorry. Do you want me to be more, aggressive or role play a little bit more to take out other empires or to be aggressive? Even if I don't take them out fully, just to attack them and stuff like that. Or do you enjoy me taking a back seat? I'm fine with either, by the way. I am absolutely fine with either. Would you be happy with me taking a back seat and letting the universe, the galaxy, play out as we normally do, with letting your empires take the spotlight? Because I'm perfectly okay to keep doing that. I am more than happy to take the Citadel Civic I'm absolutely okay to take a Citadel Civic again and sit back behind my undestroyable, impregnable star bases. I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely okay with that. I want your empire to take no crap from anyone. If there's someone with opposing ethics to you next to you, butcher them. They took a sister and wanted death. Think you might enjoy Clone Army. I don't like Clone Army. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the Clone Army. So, the people on my list that I have taken part, that I'm doing in order. I'm doing it in order of people. First of all, with the Patreons, like I said, we've got Dr. Nardi, Imhouse, Gaming Brain, Moonwatcher, Dr. Nardi. Now, if you can't get an Empire to me tonight, not a problem. You have until Wednesday, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Wednesday is when this event starts, because I want to give people a bit of leeway after today to either tweak it or if they can't submit one today, to submit one tomorrow or Wednesday. So the people I have in order are Imhas, Gaming Brain, Moonwatcher, Dr. Nardi. I'll contact you. I've reached out to Imhas and Moonwatcher. I was hoping to see Dr. Nardi in today, which they might pop in, so I'll have a chat with them. Then I've got Hamster, who has already submitted me their empire. Thank you, Hamster. That is very kind. Hamster did that sent that to me yesterday, so I've got Hamsters. Hamster, you're in. Hamster, if you could do me a favour and reach out to Storm, OG Storm, and let me know if he's interested in setting one up, and if he is, he can sit with me either after stream today or tomorrow, and we can go through it, if you don't mind. Varus, I've got Varus here as well. I've reached out to Varus. Varus should have one. I've got Sci-Fi, who I've reached out to. Tom Cream, who has already sent me one. Design Storm, I think you sent me yours already, haven't you? No, that was the other one. So Design Storm, you're on the list. I'm just going to copy paste a message to you. It's a lot easier than me doing that. So I've reached out to Design Storm. You are orange. I've got Darkest Demon and Alderath, who have both sent me empires. Doom, you have sent me an empire. You're going to be clarifying a few pieces for me, which I think you might have done already, so you are a yes. Countess, I've added you to the list. Just let me know if you want to be involved. Varus, that's absolutely fine. So Varus is in. He's going to be submitting his tomorrow. Good. You're now orange. I've got Harry and Sin, who I know are taking part. I've reached out to Dan, who said that he's going to be doing his live tonight. Sabis said that he might not do one. Shat is doing one. He's making it in, sending it to me fairly soon. I've also got Simus as well. So Harry and Sin, I know, are doing it. Simus said that he was interested through the Discord post, so I've reached out to him again. Montu says he is interested. I've reached out to EP30 as well. I've got Nova, Izzy, John and Alora are going to send me one as well. They're going to send it to me tomorrow. Dazzle Me Bro might do. I've put them as orange for now. Patrick, I've got a space open for you, buddy. Patrick, if you are open. So if Patrick the human is still here, Patrick, you are more than welcome to join one. You were a staple until you fell off the face of the earth. And I didn't want to bother you just in case something was going on, but since you're back, you're more than welcome to take part again. Nova will no doubt be getting back to me with another lore-intensive empire. Life got busy, not a problem, man. Let's say you're a regular, you came back, you're more than welcome to come back in. It's great to see you again. Hopefully life is less busy and less stressful and you are doing okay. Ready to ship post live? Okay, so we're gonna get We'll get Darn's done first. I know that Darn is usually quite busy in the evenings, so let me get on a call with Darn. Now, I'll be honest with you folks. The issue... How do I put it? The issue that I have with Darn is that he creates the stupidest, ridiculous, dumb empires. I'm sure he won't mind me saying this. And
No.
oh, hey, Dan. and somehow, no matter what he creates, it comes out in like either it covers itself in glory and is wonderful, or he spawns next to me and makes my life an absolute misery. There's no in between with Dan. Right, all right, Dan. So, and let me just preface this as well. I will show you folks something. I've done some testing today, which is why you can see all these lovely renamed. If you recognise the portraits, because I'm just taking your empires from before. We've got 1 through 11. We've got half of which with wilderness, evolutionary predators. We've got like 5 and 6. I select this one. They all spawn in. So as far as I understand it, there's no limit on what people can have with the new origins. Star Citadels, I know. I keep trying to say not Star Citizens. What's it called? Starlit Citadels. As far as I understand it, you're supposed to have as many of these in the galaxy as possible because they all lead to the same system. So at the moment, unless something else pops up, Wilderness, Evolutionary Predators, and Starlit Citadel, all of the new origins, you can use. When creating your empires, folks, with these specific ones, there are limits and or prerequisites that you need to hit before you're allowed to use these new origins. Okay, for example, this one, you have to be a hive mind, and you have to have specific civets, or ignore specific civets. Starlit Citadels, you are not allowed to have biological ship sets. Okay, you're not allowed to. If you want Starlit Citadels, you have to have a different ship set. You're not allowed to use bio ships. The whole point of this is that your empire is being attacked repeatedly by unknown bio thingymajigs. Evolutionary predators, you have to take malleable genes, and you have to take a load of negative ones to make up the difference, because malleable genes takes up 6, and you have to have avoid specific civets, as you can see here, and not be a machine. You have to be a hive mind, but not a not a hive mind with evolutionary predators. You have to be I think you have to be, do you have to be like mammalian or something like that? Anyway, if you're using these new perks, these new origins, try and theme your empires around them. When I said there are no limits, if you want to have prosperous unification and want to make a nice, happy empire, that's absolutely fine. If you want to make a pacifist, doomsday empire, that's fine. If you want a freaking dragon, take a dragon. There is not a. You want to say doomsday or post-apocalyptic, life-seeded, whatever it is, there's not a problem. Hard reset.
Oh.
I am not familiar with that. Is that one of the new ones?
Your mic reset on Discord, I believe. You just suddenly became very robotic.
Oh, did it? Okay, hang on 1 second.
Just on Discord.
Okay, I don't know why that is. How strange.
Yeah, I just
Is
looked at
that
stream with a
better
delay.
now?
I just looked at stream with a delay, and you're not nearly as robotic on stream, and I don't know why.
Is that any better?
It's very different, but I guess it. Anyway, I understand.
Okay,
what
wait,
you're
wait,
saying.
no. What controller? Okay, is that any better?
Yes.
Okay, controller works.
That is much better. Yes.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, like I say, folks, if you want to use, you can have any origin you want. You just have to theme your empire around the new DLC. What I mean by that is, even if there's a little tiny one line in your story that says that you picked up signals of unidentified biosignatures in space and they were moving, like, that you just discover life like that, then maybe that made your empire more militaristic, more authoritarian. Maybe as a hive mind, maybe you start thinking that you're connecting with a different hive mind, even though that you're a completely different type of hive mind, but you start sensing other life forms out there of a similar species or a similar genetics to you, but are obviously either more aggressive or different, that's absolutely fine. You are allowed to mate whatever you want. You can mate fanatical purifiers, you can mate devouring swarms, you can have terravores. The whole point of Biogenesis and 4.0, the release, is just abject chaos. So we're going to embrace the chaos. I'm not going to put the usual restrictions on where you have to use specific civics or specific origins. Mate whatever you want, but just make sure that your empire understand in the biography that there are things out there that may want to eat them, and there's a new life that you've never seen before. That kind of thing. So yeah. With all that being said and done, Dan, what are we? What are we?
Yes.
What are we going for?
That's a very good question.
Let me stream to Discord again.
Idea,
let me stream to
work me through the new origins, so I just
of course,
know if I'm.
I'll do it to Discord as well, so there's less delay for you.
Yeah.
So the new origins. You've got choice of 3. Evolutionary predators. It blocks all ascension paths except mutation ascension. This species has always hunted the most unique creatures, driven by an instinct they didn't fully understand, possessing a rare ability to integrate the genetics of their prey. It evolved into the apex predator of its world, absorbing every genetic advantage available. Now their hunger leads them to the stars. You start off with malleable genes, which is auto-modding your population to be the most effective in the job that it's in. You got adaptive evolution. You can there's an ongoing situation within your empire where you know how the little situation bar appears at the top of your planets and stuff. That is influenced by how many colonies you have, how many extra species you have in your empire. It all adds to a culmination, sort of a climax, where you can choose a different trait. You can choose a random one. You can choose one from the species that you're, tasting, I guess, or experimenting with, and you can end up with like 10 to 15 traits by the end of it. It's crazy. And you have genetic soup as a home world. Since time immemorial, this world has produced genetic oddities. There's no end to variety that inhabits these lands. Does mean that you can't be a machine.
It's a soup.
Yeah, and you've got to avoid having these civics. But yeah, you can basically have some very, 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 very beefy species. Starlit Citadel is probably the one I'm leaning towards, to be honest. I love it. I've tinkered around with it and played on it a lot on my off time and my downtime, just to try and get a better idea of how to manage them, and it's so much fun. You start with a deep space citadel on the edge of a gravity well, with a strange portal leading to an unknown system. You get the starting technologies of Deep Space Citadel: metastructural build capacity +1, Deep Space Citadel system capacity +1, which means you can have 2 citadels in every system, with a decent starbase as well, or defending specific planets. You will be attacked by at intervals by bioships that come through the portal, and they do get increasingly more difficult. However, your Starlit Citadel is heckin' beefy to begin with. I think it starts with like 9k damage. So anything that comes through for like at least the first 4 waves, and they're fairly well spaced out, the waves, but the AI should be able to handle it, I think, because you can build defensive platforms on there, and obviously they'll build up fleets and things as well. The idea is that once, every time you research the debris that's left behind by the space form that come through, it advances your research and understanding in technologies like wormhole travel, auto cannons, plasma cannons. So you get some, as long as they research the debris consistently, you get some very nice tech a lot earlier than other ones. And then Wilderness, the one that I haven't played with. It's weird. Species trait Wilderness replaces all standard builders and district specializations with bespoke ones, replaces colony ships with terraforming, unlocks new resources biomass. You have to be a hive mind, and you have to not have the specific civics as well. And you must have a biological ship set. And the idea with this one is you coalesce to form a gestalt consciousness on a planetary scale. You consume biomass, I think, to basically terraform planets and to make districts and things. So it's not your typical playthrough. I don't know how the AI behave with this. If I'm being honest,
we're going to find out.
we're going to find out. So, like I said, folks, as far as I understand it, there's no real. I don't think there's a limit on how many how many of these origins we can have in. Like I said, I tested it and it seems to be okay. So we'll take that as the origin, which means that you have wilderness. Wait, why are we doing the Quadronites and Imperium? That's not right. We need to create new. There we go. Do that. Government ethics, you have to be Gestalt. Biological ship sets. Did you want the weird looking Tyrannid ones? Or did you want the cool sort of like shell?
Yeah, I'm feeling more like the shell one.
But look at that! Look at the juggernaut though. That's fucking terrifying. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. You want the shell? Cool.
Yeah.
Look at that for a Colossus, and then look at this for a Citadel. Stunning. So we'll go for that one. Traits, you have to have hive-minded and wilderness. Your habitability across everything is awful. So I don't think there's. Yeah, so you can have whatever portrait you want, I think. Obviously, the new ones are down here in Biogenesis if you have a specific one you would like from the new ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. If them and the little geckos ever come face to face, there's going to be so much conflict. Upside down freaky bat dude.
Yeah.
We got that one. I'll just go through all of them very quickly. I don't know. That is an abomination. I don't know what it is. That's quite cool. That's the one I've been playing with on stream.
Yeah.
Weird bird thing with
what kind of
feather eyebrows. Turtle. Yeah. Cool little gecko dude. Slug, snake, happy person. That's just pure evil.
Yeah, just
you obviously can't be the robot, unfortunately.
Bat.
Bat. What traits does a bat have? Will they have flight? Flight does make sense, doesn't it? Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, so that means your army damage taken is minus 30%.
But he just got like that for fun, you know. He just...
The dodo of the space age. We can't fly. So what negative ones do you think? Unruly has changed. It's no longer unity as empire size from pops. So it's a little bit more detrimental than just the unity. Job efficiency for entertainer minus 20%. Would you say that you're handsome as a species?
It depends on who you ask.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Did you want them to be? I mean, you got some points to play with now, so
yeah.
There are some new ones. So you got obviously flight is a new one. Communal endurance, or like all your normal natural engineers, noxious, quick learners, resilient, strong, talented, traditional, and they're all your one perks as normal.
Yeah. Then
you got adaptive, agrarian, docile, existential antiparity, industrious, ingenious, intelligent, your rapid breeders, seasonal dormancy, unemployed pop upkeep is minus 15%. And your unemployed and Denzian pop upkeep is minus 75%. So Denzians are just normal civilians and maintenance drones. So if you don't have any, if you don't have any jobs available, you will start gaining civilians as well as unemployment. And civilians are used to populate new worlds, basically. I don't know how it's going to work with evolutionary wilderness. You got thrifty. Genetic memory is quite a cool one, actually. I didn't read this when I first got it. But genetic memory, habitability from colony age is plus 0.5% per year. So you can gain 25% habitability by year 50, or like plus 50%. So you could start off with like, if you see a tomb world, you're going to have 50% habitability on a tomb world by year 100. Obviously, you got terraforming as instead of colony ships.
Yeah,
So that's quite a cool one. Inorganic breath, very strong. Extremely adaptive, venerable are your 4 perks. You got your classic ones: intelligent, rapid breeders, etc.
Probably not those. Let's
Traditionals for your bureaucratic jobs, so that's like Unity and stuff like that.
Let's do. Let's do sociologists.
Yep.
And
so you could have one more -2, for example. You could be unruly and then get a decent perk, or you could be like solitary, slow learners maybe, and then you get a choice of a 2 perk.
Yeah, slow learners.
Slow learners, yep. Then you got a choice of the 2.
The ingenious.
Genius, yeah.
Ingenious, yeah.
Perfect. Species name.
How can I make this stupid?
Bat boys. Batman. Let's see what actually the name, because you are not humanoids. What are you, like mammalian, aren't you? So. Obviously, you can always message me and say, I want to change it. It's not a problem.
But I want people to know how terrible it is to even know them, so let's do catastrophe.
Catastrophe. That's amazing.
We're doing stupid here.
They were not meant to be. But evolution is a cruel mistress. Born to fly and born to rule. These bats quickly overcame the series. However, I don't like it. I don't want it.
But now they're stuck like that. And Eldorath message approved.
But evolution continues to push them until eventually they took their indifference to the stars. Oh dear me. Empire name.
Hey, by the way, Earth message approved. Adjective catastrophic.
Like that, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. Empire. How do you... What would they even be as an empire? Like...
Meh. They couldn't be bothered to make an empire name because of the indifference to just meh.
Wildemeh.
Yeah. Wield the meh.
Fantastic. Homeworld name. Metropolis.
Yeah, it's a metro.
Hot mess. There you go.
Yes. Hot meth.
Oh dear. Did you want it to be a specific type of world? I love the picture frame. I love the portrait for this, by the way. It's so cool. Do you think tropical for bats
Yeah.
or continental?
Let's just do regular continental.
Yeah, regular.
That's fine.
Wilderness city and wilderness portrait. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
The pulse of the world beats in harmony.
Okay.
As they wish, we're not going to hear this anyway.
Flag. Fortunately, I don't think there's a bat, which is quite annoying, to be honest.
That's fine. Let's go.
Do they like butterflies?
Let's go round flag.
Round flag.
Moon.
Of course, bats!
Oh.
It makes so much sense when you put it like that. Of course! Of course! And then it's
And,
nighttime, right?
Yeah, nighttime, and maybe let's do purple, second color. Yeah, sure.
That one.
Something like yeah, sure. Yeah, good.
And
Good,
then...
good.
Moon!
Yes, moon.
Everything about this empire is...
Moon.
Ruler, Wilder, Meh, I think has to be.
Yeah.
Oh no, Elder Meh. There you go.
Elder Meh,
Did you want a different evolutionary stage, or just... I mean, not really much difference there, is there?
Whatever for the base color is fine too.
Base color's fine. Ruler traits. Did you have a specific one in mind? I mean, it's easy to predict outcomes, I guess, if you're not making any.
Yeah, feedback loop. Yeah, maybe. The question is, which one would have feedback loop? Is it a commander? Is it?
Yeah. I just stick with Sparta Genius.
Yeah, let's do scientist feedback loop.
Yep.
Sure.
Welcome to the Wilderness, everyone.
Yeah,
Civics.
we still have the civics.
You can't have body snatcher. Can you have body snatcher? Yes.
I can have, but
that's a lot of effort. That's a lot of effort.
That's too much. They could pick people up and stuff, but like, come on, would they really bother doing that?
You kind of want something that's just like... Shared genetics is pretty good. Each positive main species trait plus 2.5% ship, plus 0.5 upkeep. Each negative main species trait plus 1.5 ship fire rate.
Yes.
Would you like that one?
Maybe. I will keep it in mind for now.
So that's for your space fauna ships, Wild Swarm. The wilderness thrives regardless of material comforts. I mean, that's fairly laid back.
Yeah.
That's like, do you have this new phone? No.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, I got a Nokia. I'm fine.
So ascetic and we were taking that one, and
Autonomous is oh, developing more quickly. No. Biological ships in orbit of friendly colonies have blindness 50% upkeep. Wow. Friendly colonies with biological ships in orbit increase build speed, amenities, and clear blocker speed. Biological ships in orbit of hostile colonies have minus 85% ship upkeep. What? Orbital bombardment damage plus 100%. That's cool.
You know, I'm keeping this one in mind, not for the offensive part, but for the part where the ships actually can help work, so they would have to do less work.
Yeah, that's cool. Divided attention. Wilderness thrives on an ever-expanding frontier, reaching capably beyond more media bound. No. Empath. Touch the minds of others.
That's too much effort, though.
Maybe they do it by accident because they can't be bothered to contain their hive-mindedness.
Fair point.
Familiar face. Cooperation preferred to direct confrontation. This wilderness has evolved diplomatic avatars able to take shape and mannerisms of their... So that means they don't actually do the work themselves. They evolve diplomatic avatars. Envoys and officials take on the physical form of empires they're assigned to. So I like to think they were like, oh, talking to people is so much effort. Oh, I know. I'm just going to 3D print an avatar and let them go talk to them.
Maybe.
Guardian cluster? Defensive posturing?
No.
Seat speed? It does not.
No.
Innate design? Probably not. Neural network is fairly simple. The wilderness stimulates the potential of its symbionts' dormant minds by having them work and play in parallel, accelerating its exploration of the sciences. So, hey, we're too lazy. How do we use this to our advantage? Neural vaults. Vaults of knowledge. One mind. The wilderness takes care not to let its symbiotes stray. So it's just like, pooled knowledge. That's the shared genetic strength of legions. Is the army damage. Utilize subspace, maintaining symbiotic thought in a manner less bound by time and space. So basically, your species get high and start philosophizing. The hive mind has sharpened its focus. Nope. Void hive? No, that's the void one, isn't it? Yeah. The hive mind has made spaceships another of its domains. Specifically evolved drones are capable of spending their entire life cycles without ever entering a world's atmosphere. Automatically generate mining and research stations over a random unexploited deposit in a system we own every 4 months.
You know what? That's funny. We're taking that one.
Fair enough.
It's just stuff is building itself. They don't even have to. The empire is building itself. It's part of evolution, forcing them to.
Evolution's like, if you're not going to build anything, we'll fucking do it for you, okay? Jesus. They're forcing you to just evolve without caring. I love that.
Like the mining station just somehow appears at some point, and it's bringing the resources itself to the planet, and they're like, "What the fuck are we doing with this?"
Once again, Dan, you have created the stupidest thing, and knowing our luck, it's going to be insane.
It's only the beginning, Tom.
The Wilder Meh. I can't.
It's
No.
only just started.
No, it's
you
not.
know,
Get
I'm
out.
You know I'm not gonna be the worst.
Get out. Leave. Jesus. Every time. One day I'm going to force you to make a normal empire. One day. Ah, thank you, Dan. Thank you very much. Oh, Dan. God damn it. So yes, I did test it, Mr. Green. I did test it. I tested it to the point where I think you can have. We have like I did it with 5. I did it with 11 evolutionary predators, and I did it with 11 wilderness ones, and it seemed to all spawn. So Dan is in. Unbelievably. Dan is done. And yes. Yes. Perfect. Haven't even done my one yet. Thank you, Damon Brain, for getting yours involved. Thank you very much. We'll make yours in a second. Thank you, Shaq, as well. Shaq's going for the hard reset origin. Ooh, hard reset stuff. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to make mine now. Hey, Nova. Halo Killer! Just not the origins, we can build anything for this, right? Yes, you are on my list. Halo Killer, you are on my list. But that is, I believe, the last person that we can have, unless people drop out. So I've reached out to everyone else. I believe 30 is the most that we can do, that we can have. So at the moment, all slots are filled. Nova, I have you involved. I have you in. Demon, I've got... Yes, you made it. You're on my list as well. You are on my list. I demand an Ed Lane platypus. This is going to be This is going to be the craziest universe. I think I might have to build defensively. So yeah, so Dan's the first one. Let's make mine now. I'm gonna go defensive. I'm too scared. You're making abominations. I'm too scared. I am too scared. I don't want to deal with any of your guys' bullshit. Am I going to be able to make a mega corporation? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think there are going to be way too many hive minds. I'm predicting hive minds. Demon, I'm too scared. I've seen some of the stuff you guys have sent through, and I'm too scared. So we're not making a mega corporation. I am going to be an imperial... Or do I want to be an oligarch? Oh, democracy. I do love the faction approval and the recruitable leaders per class +1. That is very, very good. And the faction resource output +2%. No, what? We'll be imperial. We're going to be fanatically militarist and spiritualist. We are used to fighting. We've been fighting our entire lives. We don't have warrior culture. We're gonna have warrior culture. And distinguished admiralty. Death? I don't think we're gonna be evil. I don't think we're gonna be evil. We're gonna be sort of like just used to fighting. Honor. That's what we're gonna do. Oligarchy is just lazy medical. I'm down to one achievement left. Nice. How about Maim? No. Hey, Shaq. Oligarchy is just a fake medical operation. I have to become the Senate or give people the right to vote. You'll need to prioritize bullshit over making a murder machine. I know, Dan. I'm very grateful for that. I am. I'm incredibly grateful for you not making a murder machine. However, you're going to spawn next to me, and your complete lack of effort is going to make my life a lot more difficult. So thank you. So traits. We're going to be... what are we going to be? We'll be wasteful, quarrelsome, and deviance. I love the idea of taking genetic memory. I do, but it doesn't really fit. Intelligent, rapid breeders, I think. Yeah, we're just going to stick with that. Hey, happy, good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome into the madness. Species name. I don't know what portrait I'm going to go for yet. I love that little guy. I love that little guy so very much. Do I use this opportunity to relaunch the Parrots in a Bowl? Do I use this opportunity to highlight one of our favourite... Yeah, they look very warlike. Yeah, they do. They're ready for war. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Oh, I couldn't use it, Tom. I don't think. I couldn't use it. Reminds me of the deck from No Man's Sky. The little guy. Yes, Shaq. Do you want that as your portrait? Oh dear. Right. Yeah, we're gonna go avian. Gorgeous Massacre is such a cool. You don't want to use the deck? Oh. I was so far not a fan of the employment and district changes. I love them. I do. City districts play a much larger role, and I do feel playing tall now is very, very difficult. Playing tall is going to be very, very hard to pump out the resources that you need for making up your lack of space. Taking out the districts for the industrial districts, playing tall with much smaller section of land, very difficult. Hollow Bones. You love the Parrot Empire. I love that. We'd have to redo the Parrot Empire. We'd have to redo the Parrottian Bible. I think. Yeah, the Parrottians are back. Terribles. Oh, I hate the way they haven't bothered to fix this. Their heads covered and protected. Giving them clear advantage. There we go. Hey TMP, did anyone see the Stellaris PvP tournament yesterday? They showcased the new meta, 10k research in 10 years. The fastest in all of Stellaris history. Oh boy. Power to the parakeets. 10k science in 10 years. How? That's insane. I'm tired of having tons of unemployed specialists and waiting for them to demote constantly. I think there's technology that you can research that takes minus 75%. Imagine having an empire description that could be more than 150 words. I know, right? Simon's going to jump on that. Yeah, he is, isn't he? Don't grab some lunch. Yeah, no worries. That and they actually promote from specialist to elite when there are 0 jobs available. If you expand the specialist jobs, you always see some pops are being promoted. And it's just weird. I would like them to all start off as civilians. If there were no it seems to me like even if I wanted a planet in my single player playthrough where I just wanted energy credits. Energy credits at the moment are the thing I'm struggling with the most. Energy credits. Apparently there's a bug, but they seem to spike between I'm making 50 as a meta corporation, and then suddenly I move my fleets and I'm making minus 200, and then suddenly while my fleets are still moving, I have plus 60. And then when I created the planet just for energy creation. That's the thing, Doom. I did. But because they spike up and down so much, my trade was going from plus 2k to minus 3,000 because of the price differences on the energy credits. It was crazy. My trade just couldn't keep up, and that was only buying like 150 a month. It was costing me 3.5k trade. And that was me as a meta corporation with the mercantile tradition tree completed and researching a lot of techs that would give me extra energy credit for monthly produce as well. But I wanted a specific planet that had like 10 energy districts, and I thought, fantastic, that's my energy planet right there, fantastic. But it started creating specialist unemployment before creating civilians or common unemployment. Because before, on the old system, you could build specialist districts, but mostly you would have normal workers as your most unemployed pop. Very rarely did you have multiple specialists before common unemployment. So you had the opportunity to build something like an energy district or something that just required worker jobs, or you could promote them immediately to a specialist employment. It is horrible to play because when I just wanted this energy planet to be I stopped all jobs other than energy creating jobs and amenity creating jobs. And I was like, why aren't you demoting? Why aren't you simply being the population that this planet is designed to be? I had it as an energy producing world, and it's just so weird. Why not start with civilians and workers rather than giving me 25 specialist unemployment to begin with? That's not what this planet is set up to be. Right, anyway, empire names, parrots in a bowl. I make him. Parotius Bolius, empire objective. Parrots in a bowl. Name and class, homeworld name. Fort Nest, star name. It's got to be tropical. I'm nicking that portrait because that is stunning. And my city will be an avian city. Just look how pretty that looks. Oh. In my game, the unemployed specialists are converting back to civilians. Not sure if that's my civic that's helping that. What civic did you take for that? TMP. Also, welcome to the stream, by the way. I'm going to be...
Our goal is to create...
As the learned say, what is a single voice?
Knowledge, discovery, compassion, integrity, and hot tea.
No! 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 No, I know you did not just say that. I know you did not just say hot tea. Nuh-uh. No, not having that one. That's horrible.
It is a good day to die.
I serve the faith.
I love Spiritualist. I'm sorry, Spiritualist is just true. The pot management tab just needs to be reworked. I don't understand why they have pots on different strata growing at different times. I just think it needs to be... It just needs to make sense. Give me my... Like, I'm making 4 pops per month and you're green. Is that good? Is that really good, making 4 pops per month? I don't think so. I don't think that's good at all. I've only redone Wilderness, haven't found any issues. You better have bots or slates for that out. Yeah, I know. It's probably going to be something I'm going to have to look into. Not Legion. Not Imperial. Pirate? Nah. Maybe it is Imperial. Domination, that's the one I wanted. I'm a massive fan of that. I do like it. Yeah. I'm a big fan of the sun. Then light blue skies. Oh yes, stunning. Obviously, we can't have bioships. Yeah, that'll do. Avian. Oh, that colour is beautiful. Yeah, go for that one. Starwing. You know what we're going for. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I got 1 point, Tom. I just don't have any. I don't have any other picks, unfortunately. Right. I think the Parotius Bolius are in, and that's mine. In true CCG ways, we have made 2 empires. Sci-Fi has sent me a file. Wonderful. So Sci-Fi is now yellow with a yes. Take 1 less negative perk. I don't. I like kind of like the. Well, I could. Yeah, I could, I guess. Yeah, let's screw the consumer goods. Screw the consumer goods. Right, who else? So we've got. I think Gaming Brain has sent me his one now, so we're gonna do his. One of these days I should get your CCG Empire data so I can make a Lost Colony origin of it. Hydrate, you glorious fool! Sorry. You want me to do Lost Colony as a community-created galaxy? After I make Gaming Brain's Empire, we will be taking a short break for me to refill me water. My bottle of water needs to be refilled. Everyone must be your Lost Colony. I am interested in doing one when you guys just make all fanatical purifiers. See who can kill me first. I am very, very much interested in that idea. Because that'll be a stream that we can keep that we can redo on the night over and over and over again as you destroy me. So I've got Sin and I have Harry as yes. I need to get hold of Harry to see what he would. You could be the relic world start. I don't like fanatical purifiers. Well, I don't care, Gaming Brain. If the option is to make fanatical purifiers, you no, Mr. Cream. No, you don't. You have. Have you earned the right to use the bottle of water? I don't think so. I'm so glad to be playing Parrots in a Bowl again. For those of you who weren't here, if you weren't here, Parrots at a Bowl, we're gonna redo the Parotian Bible. We are. We're gonna redo the Parotian Bible. We're gonna do a roleplay playthrough of Parrots in a Bowl, and we're gonna make up some ridiculous Parrots empires again because that was the most fun. Absolutely love those sorts of playthroughs. Right, okay, where are we? Gaming Brain, that's right. So sorry if I don't talk in chat for or respond to chat for a little bit because Gaming Brain sent me their his empire, so Great Vengeful Confederation. Our first lovely Fox Empire. Clone Army, okay. Probably do this flag as well. Is that a black colour? Gaming Brain, or is it a different one? Looks about right, doesn't it? Top left brown, got it. Thank you. You may have put that in the thing, but I just wanted to do that straight away. Oh, the Federation of Friendships and Snoo Snoo. Oh. Oh, hamster. You what, mate? Just sneezing my back made it sound like a glow stick. Oh, no! Dude. Happy birthday, by the way. Happy birthday. Left brown, thank you, Gaming Brain. I'm going to go down in order. 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 Oh. Oh, these are not nice. These are not nice. Ooh, Dark Consortium. And Distinguished Admiralty? Yeah, not nice. Not very nice. Perfect. Making a nasty empire here. I can feel it in my bones. You'd have to type your bio into the actual Discord Gaming Brain so I can just copy paste. Wow. Friendly. Really, really friendly. They're not vengeful because of me, are they? Human CM. Vengeance Seeker Crusader. Oh, that hits hard, doesn't it? Source. So Gaming Brain can change his solar starting system because he's a Patreon supporter. If you are not if you're not on the Patreon on the Stellaris tier or higher, unfortunately you will be limited to random or whichever starting system your origin is. If you're lucky enough to get it. Otherwise, please do not select anything other than random because it messes with the spawn rate on the actual thing. Would you like a different... Where's the one with the red curtains? That one. Would you like a different... That's not it. That's not it either. Where's the crazy... Is it just that one? It's not just that one. It's one with spears. Yeah. That's the one. Perfect. And the city, I'm assuming, is... What city is it? Is it a mammalian city? Doesn't look like it. It's a reptilian city, isn't it? Yeah, it's a reptilian city. Ship set is Imperial. Perfect. Clothing 5 out of 6. Perfect. Lena. Might just be. I was trying to avoid clicking off, but I might have Newman. Okay. Ruler traits. Warlike. Of course, yes, friendly foxes. One day we're gonna have friendly foxes. One day. Thank you, Demon Brain, for your the Great Clone Army was ready. The great star barges of the generals were ready. It was all prepared. The Great Crusade was ready, and then it all went wrong. A great cube fell from the stars and obliterated the flotilla of barges and smashed the generals' preparation to smithereens. Having recovered for centuries, the Great Clone Army reinstated themselves as the Great Vengeful, rechristened themselves as the Great Vengeful Confederation, and set out into the stars in search of the source of their woes. Your Giftians continue to plague your empire, and I love it. The Great Vengeful Confederation. Congratulations, Gaming Brain. You are in. Cinder is in as well. Cinder is in. All of my medical builds that are all trade are still viable, just not direct energy anymore. I think they are still viable. I tend not to build the whatchamacallit system, the trade generating ones now. I just focus science. Hey, Silverwolf, sorry for that, for missing out on your chat. I've been mostly on Twitch, so I can only apologise. Right. Right. Gaming Brain. The Vengeful Confederation are in. Perfect. No, so Tom, when it comes to making your empire, if you are not a Patreon supporter, then when you create your empire, it has to be a random starting solar system. Obviously, if you're playing with Wilderness or Void, then you're going to have a different starting system. But when it comes, or Shattered Ring, for example, or Fear of the Dark, or Toxic God, whatever it is, Ocean Paradise, then that's fine. But if you're making a if you're making an empire with one of the origins, for example, that doesn't use a specific solar system, then you have to leave it as random, because otherwise it messes with the spawn rates. Right, so as your message, Dr. Nadi. just 5 more Empires creation streams to go, and we should be good to go at this rate. Again, I'm taking it slowly, and like I said, a lot of people have a few people have sent me them. Otherwise, I know you are. More chill streams with Dolph sounds good to me. I mean, I've been tempted to do just chill ones, but I don't know. There's something about I don't think I'm not really that into you know, a lot of people talk about the news or like ongoing events or just sit down and just talk about random stuff. I'm not very good at that. I'm not very good at that. I need someone else to be there. I need like Izzy or Simus or someone like that just to bounce off of, because otherwise it's just me by myself. I talk a lot of nonsense, and that's not fun for anyone. Right. I am about to make a cup of tea though, and refill my water because my mouth is very dry. However, we do also have a new thing to show you. Because this artwork that you're seeing, by the way, that you saw at the going live, that's all thanks to Shaq. Can I get everyone saying thank you, Shaq? Say thank you, Shaq, for your amazing artwork. It's incredibly kind of you. Very, very talented, so thank you, Shaq. Does a lot of things. Does a lot of things for this stream. And for these events. And for my Patreon as well. Is it hashtag? I can't remember now what it is. Oh, my bot's just not working. Fair enough. Maybe I just shortened it. I need to know what the command is. I swear I have. Oh, it's hashtag nice guy Shaq, isn't it? Hashtag nice guy Shaq. There we go. God, Warzone. That has not been updated for a long time. My shout out commands don't work, Doom. But when we come back, we're going to do hamsters. We're going to do hamsters. And everyone else that has very kindly given me them already. And then I'm going to start pressuring you guys to make some goddamn empires. This event doesn't work without you folks, so yeah. When we return, hamster, you're up. Ah, thank you, Patrick. Okay. Nice. I did. Hamster's very kindly lurked, so, but I did promise to do his next. So we're gonna do hamsters next. Okay, I haven't tested the hard reset. Shaq also is doing hard resets. So I'm hoping what I'll do is I'll do this one, then Shaq's, and then make sure they can both spawn him. I didn't think to check hard reset. That one did escape me. Toxic, toxoids, origin, hard reset. Culture. Ah, cool. Okay. Whoa. Ooh. Holy shit, loads of things I've not... Integrated weaponry? Acidic vascularity? What is this? Armies explode on death with 250 damage to enemies? What? That is... horrifying. The heck? Neural limiters, limited memory. That is... that's genuinely terrifying. Toxoids 4. The Democratic Blood Clans of Boo. Remember, if you do a biography, to send it to me in a Discord message just so I can copy and paste. Toxoids 4. And what was his ship? ISS. Didn't have one, so we'll leave it as... We'll leave it empty for now, and then... So... Ha! Homeworld name, I love that. I love that homeworld name. Hell Mountain. Skyflare. Whoa. Hard reset, okay. So it's going to be interesting to see if we can have hard reset as 2. It's going to be interesting. Cybernetic city with... oh, it comes with its own little portrait. No? Does it not? Oh, it's one of the new... No, wait. Oh, it is! It comes with a little flower box! Oh, look at that! Beautiful. Solar punk. Oh, so pretty. double check that. But that looks okay to me. I will just double check the flag colours. Yeah, and then secondary colours should be that one. If my eyes are not that screwed up. Amazing. Put Toxoid, but he might be going cybernetic. Blood Punch Nigel. I think he stayed the same. Yeah. Official logistical understanding. Okay. Democratic Blood Clans of Boo. I didn't see the secondary color be sent to me, but look at my previous Yep, I see that. Thank you, Patrick. Hey, Holly, how are you? Welcome in. What are you guys making? We are making up to 30 empires of community-created empires. So everyone is on a list. They've all been given a task of creating an empire, and I force-spawn them all into the same game as mine. And we see how things go. Let me one second. I think that may be the door. I don't know though. No, it wasn't. My parents were on holiday and they've taken the dog with them. So my normal sort of like, is that the door being knocked on? Was that a noise I just made? I don't have Rory to tell me if it's the door. Right, let me just take the T off my my T counter. Every £5 donation or every 5 gifted subs adds a T to the T counter. Down to 226. But I highly recommend, if you're planning to do anything, shameless self-promotion time, I am hosting my own subathon next month. So next month will be our next big Stellaris event after this one, where I will be playing the same save of Stellaris for as long as you guys keep subbing and donating. I will be forced to play the same save. We'll start off obviously with some time. We're going to start off with like a time, like maybe like 15 hours or something, sort of like the normal time it takes to complete a Stellaris playthrough. And then every time someone subs, well, that's the thing. Yeah, if we hit year 3000, it will just keep going. I'll probably do it the same as Montu, where I'll leave the stream on overnight, but the timer will stop, and then when I come back down in the morning, Dusty can look after the stream when I'm asleep. Oh. Oh. That's the idea. See how far we can push it. Is the late game lag actually been addressed? Yes. Dusty is here. Dusty is currently too big to be on the shelf, so I do have Dusty here. I don't think you fully appreciated just how big Dusty is when he was used to be on the bed in the old house. Right. So we've done Hamster. What will you do if you win the game before the stream is over? Well, we just continue playing. There's an option if you defeat the endgame crisis, there is a victory year. You can continue to opt to play in or extend the victory year in the settings. Hamster, we've just done yours, buddy. We've just done your empire. The Democratic Blood Clans of Boo. Amazing, by the way. Love it. I did not realize that Hard Reset gave you two awesome, like, an awesome perk and a bad one. Well, I said I was going to start it when I came back from the tea break, and I just automatically started it. But yeah, very, very, very interested empire. I love my favorite bit about it, Hamster. One of my favorite bits, Blood Punch Nigel. Blood Punch Nigel is the best name I have ever heard for a ruler. It's perfect. I mean, if you concur the game, complete the game, and there's no other empires left, then I will have to just keep playing. I'll have to probably elevate some, pre-sapient species, help them nurture and grow, or just see how the universe reacts really to just grow bigger. We're going to be playing on a huge star system, on a huge map. And for the subathon, Patreon supporters only can offer to make an empire to be force-spawned into the game. Only Patreon supporters. Every planet in this galaxy to a Gaia world. Yeah, we could do that. We can definitely do that. Is Doom? I think we're gonna do Shax. Actually, I did say we're gonna do Shack because Shack also has hard reset, and that was the one origin I didn't check to see if we can do multiples of. So, give me a second, folks. Blood Punch Nigel, you are in. Whoops, hard reset. Species and portrait. Let's see. I didn't need to check what species Shat is using. Oh, also Hamster, it may be a Discord thing, but I didn't see what your secondary color for the flag was. So actually, while you're here, is that the right one, or does it need to be a little bit different? I got the primary color, I just didn't get the secondary color. Did you want it to be darker? The one I had it on was like this one. I didn't see which secondary color you wanted. Sorry. It's good. Okay, cool. Fantastic. But yes, if you are a Patreon supporter, if someone could very kindly type !Patreon, then you will know how to be guaranteed to offer, and you guarantee an entry into every community created galaxy, but occasionally I'll do events like the subathon where only Patreon supporters can offer empires. Right, species. He normally, is it molluscoid? Is it molluscoid? It's not, is it? Fungoids. No, it has to be a plantoid, right? Is it plantoid? Where are the mesh men? Am I being... swear it was a mollusk. That's it, isn't it? I think that's that one. Yes, it is. No, it's not. I lied. It's not that one. The hell is that? There it is. There it is. Got it. Enduring high bandwidth. Violent engineers, very cool. Intelligent and enduring. Nice. So many authoritarian empires in this galaxy. So many. Merchant guilds. Nice. I don't know. Chat, if you're in chat, I don't know what your species are called. I don't know what your species are called. Necroid 2 ship set. I know what this is. Hey, John, good to see you. Debating about a voidborn medical, must search for those or Tree of Life Hive or Genesis Guide. I do Shatter Call very quickly. See if he's free. Hey, Shaq.
Who are you?
Sorry for calling you. What's your species called? Is it still the mesh bed?
Called? Well, yeah, of course it is.
It's still the mesh bed.
I don't make anything else.
I know, but I noticed the Empire name was different, and I was like,
Gotta spice it up a little bit. What can I say?
Cool. And the flag color you wanted pointy. That's fairly simple. Primary color was that one. What secondary color did you want? The lime green one, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Primary color is that green, and that's the lightest light green, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Ship sets, I went with Necroid since you went with the Necroid name list, unless you wanted something different.
Nope. It's the machine one.
Machine one, got it.
because it's the second in the artificial ships.
Do you care about the ruler name or not?
It doesn't matter.
And did you want your leader to be slightly green?
That doesn't matter. He just has to have clothing 2, I believe.
Clothing 2, cool. And what trait would you like for the ruler? Warlike?
No trait, but a governor.
No trait, but governor. Okay.
Sorry, official.
Official, but no traits.
No traits.
Okay. Right, stay here. Because I did say in chat that a hard reset was the one origin I did not think to check for multiple empires, and you and Hamster have both chosen it. So.
Hamster can have the soul.
1,
I will
2,
have the regular one.
3. No, you have to have hard reset. It's a specific.
No. There's 2 different system types for hard reset. There's hard reset and hard reset soul.
Okay. Well, we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 4. 4 so far. Yeah, it is an issue. Only one of them can appear. Okay, cool. So if we change
mine from hard reset to...
No, sorry, hang on, one second. I didn't change that. Yeah, we're good.
Halo Killer, no, it doesn't do that.
We're fine.
You just won't have any traits.
What do you mean?
He asked if doing no trait at the start lets you pick a random one at the start, but no, if you start with no traits, you just have no traits.
Yeah. Cool. So it works. I just moved his to Soul starting system, hard reset Soul, and it works. Cool. Fantastic. It works. What?
I feel like saying something saucy, just to ruin your day.
Well, what are you going to say?
Cool.
Thank you, Shat, for that enlightening conversation. Appreciate you. No doubt I'll say it in chat anyway. So, Hamster, I've changed yours from hard reset to hard reset Soul. Those are the only 2 empires I'm going to allow, obviously with hard reset. So if you sent me one with hard reset, then you need to let me know. You need to let me know if you made hard reset. Then I'm afraid that you may need to reorganize it, recheck. I'm just making sure that okay, that origin is evolutionary predators. Patrick, you didn't do hard reset, did you? No, you did a lot of clone armies as well. Who else sent me one? What origin did you choose? Progenitor Hive, cool. Okay, as far as I can understand, no one has sent me any more hard resets, so those are the only 2 that we can have. Yeah, every hard... Well, it won't even default if they just won't spawn, John. They just won't spawn. So yeah, only 2 hard resets. So chat, you are in. Alright, let's do... Let's do... Mr. Cream. Yeah, cybernetic. Yeah, you did put that, I'm sorry. Hamster, that was me. Might need to change that. Might need to change it. Let's do Mr. Cream. But first I need to make sure I put hamster as that. No, I did it as, yeah, okay. Cybernetic. Beautiful toxic green, yes. Arid world this time. Plup. Big plup. Random. Nice. Hell is that one? Is it ornate? Must be ornate. Nope. Nope. If it's not in this one, then I don't know where this one is. The hell? How do I not see this how do I not see this icon? Losing my goddamn mind. Wow, my brain really doesn't work like this, does it? I know I've gone past it like 17 times. I'm just awful. Mr. Cream, you'd have to tell Tom. You'd have to tell me where that fucking flag thing is, because I ain't got a clue, buddy. I ain't got a clue. Please type it in Discord so I can see it, so I don't need to keep tabbing in and out. Government Imperial. Okie dokie. Masterful crafters and warrior culture. Nice. Malleable genes. Intelligent. Unruly. Repugnant. Oh no! That's so rude! Can't call your plups that. I'm gonna give you a nice city anyway. I'll give you a reptilian city, and we'll give you a nice room to view it from. It needs to be an imperial room. That one's nice. Yeah, we'll give you... Oh no, it has to be that one. Sorry, Tom, it's that one now. It's that one now. Sorry. So many warlike ones. Alright, Tom, you're in. I will do your flag when you tell me what the heck that icon's supposed to be. Ship set cybernetic for you as well. Okay, Patrick, thank you. Alright, Mr. Kareem, you are in. Thank you very much. Oh, I hate it when the sugar's all at the bottom. Oh, dear. Ah! Oh. Only 226 to go. Mr. Cream, are you still there? Tom Cream. Call in Tom Cream. I did stir it! Not a numpty. Stirred the sugar all clumped down to the bottom. Ah. What's the maximum words? You did way too much, and I will not be reading all of that, Nova. I will not be reading all of that. Normally it's 150 words. I will condense that down to 150 words, and then I can copy and paste it in. Because, thank you, Mr. Design Storm, for the hydrate. Oh. There we go. Planet calling Cream. If someone gifted him a sub, then he might come back. About 7 system turns. Hard reset has a couple of special systems need to spawn, yeah, and spawn several fleets of varying strength. Thank you, Silver Grey Wolves, for the information there. I did have a funny idea for necrophage that my servant species is trash invasive species plant, so I turn them into good pops. Anyone who takes them through the slave market gets a terrible pop. Fair enough. Selling the bad population the ones with less traits for profit. Could be a good idea. In a galaxy where trade is king. Alright, okay, let's see. Who else is on Doom? We'll do Doombots. Oh no, we can do Dr. Nardi actually. Because Dr. Nardi gave me theirs, and they are part of the Patreon. So we're doing for mammalians, and they are they not cats? Origin Clone Army. Technocracy. Ooh. Could be huge. And masterful crafters. Clone soldier, they are industrious, intelligent, traditional, but unruly deviants. Could be a powerhouse. A powerhouse of an ally. Nameless. Are those? Combatic Prime, Imca, we'll keep that as an Impa. Alpine Worlds. I'm assuming that's a mammalian. Yeah, it is, yeah. It has nice orange tints in the windows. Nope. That one. Yep, that's the one. Color's black, secondary. No, it's not secondary color's black. Primary color is slightly lighter shade of green. And I'll go for that one. Then it's the crest. That one. Find that one easy enough. That one. Closing is that one. Spark of Genius. Ouch. Makes complete sense. I don't know why I needed to check that. Nardi, you are in. Thank you very much for taking the time to find an empire. That, put you as green for you being in. Awesome. So if you send me something that requires me to insert the file, then I'll be doing that off stream, so I don't need to restart the game. Thank you, Design Storm. Design Storm has sent me his one. So I shall turn you yellow. Say that you are taking part. Good. So the only two patrons that are left are Moonwatcher and Imhas. I know they've both been incredibly busy. It takes me more time to make the lore than the Empire itself. The Empire should be ready, not exactly sure if the Biogenesis spirit is there in the Empire lore. That's the only place I could put it. No, that's fine. That's absolutely fair. That's absolutely fair, Design Storm. Like I said, just try and make it relevant to the Biogenesis in any way that you can. I'm not talking about perks or anything like that. The rest is spoiler, or watch Monty's stream. He started it last week to see what will happen with that origin. Ooh, okay. We might have to do a different special stream with that then, Silver. Definitely. If you want to stick to Biogenesis Spirit, I might do overtuned. Yeah, so yeah, anything in which way, whatever way you can make it like Biogenesis, even if it's just the lore, then that would be absolutely perfect. Perfecto. Right, who should we do next? Who's next on the old list? Alderah sent me a file, so... So I'll put that in there. Let's do Doombot. Doom. Where? I don't know where Harry is. Is Sin in chat? I might just message Sin. Actually. We'll do Doombot since Doom... I think Doom's still here, unless he had to disappear from doing... Hey, he's still here. Good. Let's do Dooms before he has to disappear. Our first filthy machine, disgusting machine boys, seen and located in chat. Also, the first origin that I've seen. Where did you go? Voidforged. Oh yes. I think they made it so we can have multiple Voidforged now, didn't they, folks? I think they made it so that we can do that now. This is the same room that I couldn't find beforehand. What the hell is wrong with me? No, it's not. It's not the same one at all. This is a different room I can't find. There it is. It's also our first meta corporation. You are brave. You are very brave. And they're not just adult consciousness either, so they are robots. I'm trying to remember, what's the word for it? It's independent, free-thinking robots or something? Oh, what are they called? You'd have to tell me in chat, because I can't honestly remember. Refurbishment division. Nice. Machine, zero-G optimized, logic engines. What's that last trait that I can't see that's the negative one? Doom. Trading algorithms. Nice. Uncanny, is it high bandwidth? Or luxurious? Luxurious and research assist. Oh, you did send me. You sent it to me in 2 parts. Sorry. It was there the entire time. I like the fact we're gonna have to do. We have to deal with Doom's directive if we want to do trade. Incredible. I'm gonna go with. Yeah, Steel Gunner. What's Starforge? Void Dweller system. Ship sets look to be. Necroids? No. Imperial, there we go. If there's anything about that you want me to change, Doom, let me know. The Doom Directive has one goal: sell the universe what it needs, or erase them for failing to meet quota. Love it. Individualistic machines, thank you. That's the one I was looking for. Just a few tweets, you ready for that? Nice. Good. Individualistic, there we go. There you go. So, are you okay with oh, the flag? Actually, the flag. What flag did you want? Let's have a look. I knew there was one bit that I missed. Oh, that's easy. I know where all they are. All those are. That's fine. So, orange, black, Legion. It's that one. Boom. We did something. Doom, you are in. Thank you so very much for getting involved. Let's update that with Doom. Doom is in. Alright, let's check out. I know Nova's in. Let's do... Yeah, no worries, Doom. Thank you so much for popping in. I really appreciate you doing the taking some time to make the Empire. That is amazing. Hopefully you're not going to be you know, eradicated immediately for, selling us faulty goods. I'd hate to be involved, but I don't think your customer service is going to be that good, as your lines will be manned only by bots. So, who else has sent me one? Let's do... I think Sci-Fi has sent me one. Maybe. Did Sci-Fi? Yeah, Sci-Fi did, but it's a file. That's fine. Updating that. Let's do Darkest Demon. That's also a file. Nope, that's cool. Ooh, okay. Ocean World to begin with. Is that one of the new ones? No, it is not. That's where that little monstrosity sits. Oh, right now I've got to find another stupid thing. It's not that one. Why can't I see... There we go. There's the design. It's all now on the right hand side. There we go. Thank you. Did they ever change the way minimum habitability cat works for where habitability modifiers scale of the tab itself instead of the hidden true habitability? I don't know, Halo. I know there's now obviously a perk that gives you plus 0.5%. Progenitor Hive. Is it just Devouring Swarm for your one civic? Amazing. Okay. Okay. That is... scary as heck. They will not be dissuaded or changed. They will not be distracted from their goals. Aquatic. Sociologists. Sedentary and unruly. Nice. Then you got one more rapid breeders, that was it. Is it going to be terrifying? Yeah, we need to wipe these ones out immediately, I think. Definitely. Oh, come on. If the AI don't take the hint with this one, then they just deserve it. Devouring Dragon, Devouring Gracefully, Devouring Redoubtable, Devouring Vanquisher. Wonderful. Ocean. amazing, equally terrifying. Spinnerful. Stick with that room for now. Oh yeah, this is gonna be one of those empires. The deep voice. Of course it's warlike. Of course it is. Okay. Right. Okay. Terrifying. Genuinely horrifying. What goodies did you try and equalize for that? Minus 80 lifespan is not a good idea. What's that? Sorry, Nova? Oh yeah, you are in. Yes. I always reserve a slot for a few people, and I know that because yours is the most in-depth lore, so you are in. You are in. You're on the list. Don't worry, Nova. It's just that with regards to your lore, I won't be able to put all of it, and I won't be reading all of it. The other civic shared genetics, and I picked some fleshy room. Oh, okay. Did I miss that? Oh, I did miss that. Sorry, shared genetics, and it's a fleshy room. Right, got it. Nope, sorry. I didn't scroll down all the way. Okay. Okay, it's even worse now. It's even worse. No, your empire's not in the game yet, Nova. Design Storm. I think Design Storm said that they were sending me one. There we go. Another machine? Filthy machines! Also, Shattered Ring Start. Interesting. So cool. So cool. Line straight down there. Grey. Primary colours. Light blue? That one, yeah. That one. That was a lot. That was the easiest flag to make so far. Machine intelligence. tactical algorithms, and a stalwart network. Wow. Horrifying. Machine adaptive frames. Very, very nice. Learning algorithms. Worker bots and durable. But luxurious and high bandwidth. Rough. You got the biography, I'll do that in a minute. I will change that if it changes, don't worry. Let's see. American. Now, interesting homeworld name. Love the star name. Ringworld, I'm guessing it's machine ship set as well. 3. Let me guess, we're going to see another warlike one? What a surprise, guys! You just can't keep it friendly, can you? Always with the war. Always with the war. We have seen it before in a galaxy long past that only our Ringworld. Wait, we have seen it before in a galaxy long past that only our Ringworld and we are a reminder of. In a galaxy long past that only our Ringworld and we are a reminder of. Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah. A galaxy swept by war with a swarm of living ships and weapons, dominated the stars and ate whole planets. At that time, even metal moved like flesh. As such, we activated the filtered metastructure. Now in this galaxy that is like a mirror, we will prepare others for what's to come, even if the members of our empire will stand against each other in many conflicts. So are you like a fallen empire kind of thing? Are you like used to be a fallen empire and now awakening to the threat of bioships? Biography, error, unauthorized personnel trying to gain access to private data detected, clearing black box data, deleting files deleted successfully. Welcome, client. Consider this a warning. Amazing. Bingo, nice. We tried a peaceful galaxy. It was the most war we'd ever seen. Ships are humanoid. Thank you, Storm. I misread that. Or I just assumed incorrectly. Did I listen to the wrong person? Oh, the ships are humanoid. Sorry, Design Storm. I thought that was someone else that mentioned that. Oop. There we go. It's filling up quite nicely now. Harry and Sin are nearly done. Simus is taking part. He's going to send me his later on. Same with John and Alora. Cinder sent me one as well. Patrick. Let's do Patrick's while Patrick is here. Halo Killer, I've put you as orange for the moment, as in taken part. Just waiting to see your empire. So we'll do Patrick's. Remember, I might not be able to see. I won't be able to see chat while I'm doing this. I'm going to be in and out of Discord. Okay, so talk amongst yourselves. Oh, haven't seen this little guy, the Gobbo, for a while. Another clone army origin. I need to make sure we can have this many clone armies in. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to. Crowdsourcing. Distinguished Admiralty. Don't need to guess where this is going, do I? Don't need to guess. Spare organs. This species evolved with a redundant organ to survive even the most grievous injuries. A successful adaptation, as evidenced by their continued existence. Leaders will survive their first death. Oh, okay. Agrarian, acidic, vascularity. People love the exploding armies. Would not want to be the one soldier that manages to survive. That's just terrifying. Where did Patrick go? There it is. Tsar 8. Tsar 8. There we go. Yep. Born of chemical storms and ancient war forges, the Zardul are cloned echoes of a forgotten sovereign. Hovering on wheezing platforms, their flesh decays, but the prime directive endures. With each world conquered, they restore a shattered design, chasing the divine logic etched in corrupted DNA, the perfect form. Epic. Love that. But I have a feeling they're not going to be friendly. I have a feeling they're not going to be friendly. Please! Please! Fleshforge is not something that I would like to. They are continental, aren't they? Yes, they are continental. Ooh! Oh no! Oh no! And if you Toxoid and then that room, and then just let me know if you want to change that, okay? Right. What flag are we looking at here? It's that one, isn't it? Yeah. So many toxic colors, guys. What's going on? Yeah, that's I know where this is going. I know. Warlight, yeah, anything. What ship sets did you want? Cybernetic. Cybernetic, I see that now. You sent me a message. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cybernetic. Zardul. So where am I looking at now? Ruler appearance. Clothing 5, master 3, 4. The living mold. Perfect. Don't even need to look at see where that's going. Yeah, cool. Toxoid 4, 1. What did you want for your did you want toxic? Or did you want like flesh? Something like that for your ship prefix? Prefix? That's Toxoid 4, sorry. Let's go flesh. Let's go flesh. Another awful, horrifying empire is added. We can take flesh. I'm happy with flesh, Patrick. It's not a problem. Flesh is good. Awesome. Patrick, you are in. Awesome. Alright, hands up in chat if you've made a nice empire. Cinder was next. File. Cinder was a file, so I'll have to add that afterwards. John and Laura, Nova. Harry should be close with Sins. Alright, we'll do Novas. P-Tops! Yeah! Let's go Nova! P-Tops! P-Tops! With a Scion origin. Now, hopefully, this means that the Scion will actually help you. I hope that means that this is actually going to help you this time, and not be a detriment. I really hope that is the case. Oh god, here we go again. There it is. Is that purple? That looks blue to me. I think that was actually the right green as well. Yeah. Nice. Continental worlds. Pickups. Scion. Meta Corporation. Okay. Private military company. Okay, not a nice one, but it's fine. It's okay. We can deal with that. We can still do business. Unruly and fleeting. Very strong, of course. And rapid breeders. I see, we have another fallen empire reborn. See how it is. Still continental, that's fine. That one, isn't it? Yep. ship sets did you want? Hey, Gestalt. Wilderness, no we haven't. We were going to do it today. Sorry, in the CCG, but I need to play around with it first and learn the new biomass and stuff. I really do need to play around with that. And yes, you were right, Silver. It was individualistic machines. My mind goes blank when I'm thinking about all these things. I love it, Storm. I do love it. Death Peacocks. Sci-fi! Yeah, that's fine. Imperial ship sets. Imperial ship sets. Imperial. I strolled right past it, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Hope I don't get put next to you in a dinner party. I'm just gonna go Warlike because I know that's where everyone's going. Yeah, knew it. Before I even checked it, I bloody well knew it. Mercenary Empire. Okay. I'll read a little bit of your lore out, Nova, because it is a lot. And Harry has sent me 2 empires to do, so... 100 years have passed since the research incident. Though most data survive, thanks in part to an unknown empire that stole and possibly secured it, a far darker phenomenon has emerged. It began subtly, cars, starship components and devices vanishing and only return weeks later unchanged. Then entire ships, facilities and people disappeared, reappearing with no memory of being gone. The first planetary event followed. An entire planet vanished without a trace, returning years later as if nothing had happened. Then a whole star system, erased from existence. 50 years later, the system reappeared, completely rewritten. Its hyperlane connections altered. 2 powers were most affected: the sighted fallen empire and the same mysterious empire from the incident. Their vast psionic abilities would periodically collapse, leaving only excruciating shared pain. The source, the Shroud itself. Something was draining or corrupting it, and the Shroud was fighting back. I will read the rest of that. I'll read the rest of part 2 when the CCG starts, Nova. Because I do have quite a few empires to get to. But I'm fairly sure you could write a book. You could probably write a book. But thank you, Nova. You are in. Your fallen empires are starting to make their way into the CCG, and I love it. Interesting to see if Sion's actually going to help you, because the last couple of times you've taken that, or people have taken that, it's not done you any good. The Empire just ends up ignoring you and not helping you at all. You have short laws, almost no time. No, you're okay, dude, don't worry. Alright, let's do Harry's. Must finish the list, though. Harry and Sin. So is the first one yours? Harry, is the first one yours? First is Sins. Okay, thank you. Just so I can make a note of it on my sheet of paper. First is Sins, right. Sin first. Biogenesis. Fourth from top left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Species, descendants of Angry One and Chaos Lord. Okay. I'd like to know your origin first, please. Evolutionary predators, of course. I should not be surprised. That's fine. Ocean world. Homeworld name. Chaos Throne. Land of the Dead. I have a feeling this is not a friendly empire. I have a feeling that everything's gonna die. Room 14. 14, okay. Okay, you just wanted the wilderness room, didn't you? That's what you wanted. You wanted that one. That's fine. Government and ethics. Here we go. Fanatic xenophiles and pacifist. Nope. Militarist, authoritarian, and xenophile. Okay. They're a little bit friendly. They're probably the friendliest one we've actually had so far. Okay, less friendly with the warrior culture, but it's fine. Functional architecture. We'll take that. Traits. Where are your traits for your species, Harry? Have I missed them? Homeworld, city appearance, empire, xenophile, dictatorial, civics, warrior. Yeah, I don't think I've got any traits for your empire, for your species, sorry. Oh no, yeah, I do. No, you're right. I got them. No, I do. I'm being stupid, Harry. Ignore me, Harry. Ignore me. I'm being a dickhead. Stop it. It's fine. I see it now. Yep. Literally put it on the shit prefix. That's fine. I was doing a dum-dum. So let's get the bad ones out of the way. Fleeting. Jinxed. Deviance. Ah, you did go with the camouflage in the end. Nice. And then you wanted unruly. Nice. Empire name. What's your empire name? Hunters. Nice. already started knows exactly where you're going with this. What is... Oh, hang on. Sorry, that was my brother talking about his wedding stuff. I have to wear a suit. And I absolutely despise suits. Why do I not have... Oh yeah, the biological ship set. Biological ship set. That's fair. Share genetics, there it is. Did you... Sorry, yeah, folks, I was doing silly wedding stuff. Not mine, my brother's. Not necessarily, Nova. Not necessarily. If you go to war, your scion doesn't necessarily have to join. It's happened to me before. It has happened to me before. I'm struggling to concentrate on this information. So, nameless is hive mind 2. Okay. Chaos. Chaos. Thrown off. I knew you weren't going to be nice, Harry. I knew you and Sim were going to be bastards. I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, that's fine. Flag C image. Oh, I can do that one. Oh, I can do that one. I think that's just in... Isn't it ornate? Yes, it is. I think Dust Fondler would be a great thing for you, Harry. Oh shit! Scientist Sparta Genius. Okay. Oh no! Am I not allowed to do? No. Okay. Sin's hunters being typically warlike. I'll show you in a minute, Demon. I'll show you in 1 second. So, Harry... R.I.P. Sin... Hunters. Both in... Yes. So we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. 13. So this is my one. We're reigniting Parrots and the Bowl Demon. So if you went around for the very early Stellaris, we are reigniting something that really did launch my love of Stellaris. Oh yeah, I can. Yes, Harry. Sorry, yes, I can. Sin's bio is: we are the descendants of Chaos Lord and the Violent One. We will spread chaos and violence amongst the stars as once our ancestors did. Be afraid. We are already among you, hiding in the shadows and sharpening our claws. Let the hunt begin. At image.png. In brackets, edited. Lovely, lovely empire. So kind, so lovely, so wonderful. So yeah, so we started with peacocks, obviously. Well, peacocks originally we started off with. So peacocks were my original sort of like first love for Stellaris, and we made them be stupid because we're not very good at the game. So we roleplayed as stupid peacocks, where their greatest invention, the thing their scientists were trying to figure out how to work, was a cup and a ball trick. So they had a cup, they had a ball, and you tried to get the ball and the cup on a piece of string. So that was the whole point of it. It was like, we're stupid, we're dumb, whatever. Then we moved on to parrots in a bowl, because to me, this species type, why are they in a bowl? What prompted their... They have 100% habitability, for example. They have 100% habitability, they can colonize, they can... Why are they in a bowl? Why are they one of the few species that are in a bowl? They don't need an atmosphere, unless the bowls serve some other purpose. And in the end, we did every playthrough with the parrots. We evolved the lore into the Parrottian Bible. And there was a continuous storyline of like maybe 4 or 5 long playthroughs of this parrot in a bowl. The reason why that all parrots wear bowls on their head is that we decided that it was going to be a cultural, there's a thing of cultural significance, and by that, the head parrot, the leader of the Parrottian Empire, was too greedy in their snack bowl, and the last few snacks at the bottom, he couldn't reach in and get his claws in, so he decided to stick his whole head in the bowl, and got his head stuck. At that point, an attaché, or like a receptionist, or someone who was an aide came in with a load of press to get a statement about a new law that the parrot had been teasing, a new way to take the empire. He couldn't lose face, and so decided that instead of doing the law he was supposed to do, he just came out and said, "Oh, this, yeah, it's a new thing that we're doing now. It's bowls on heads, yep." And therefore, it was in Parrottian law, that they had to wear bowls on their heads for cultural significance. All Parrottians from the age of 12 or 13. There was a great ceremony, a coming of age ceremony, where they were given their bowls and popped on their heads, that's how and then we evolved it into a meta corporation, about how some parrots decided to leave the cutthroat politics of the Parrottian homeworld, go to escape through a rift, and start afresh. With a new set of laws and a new way of doing things. They landed on a planet that wasn't suitable for them, so they monetized it. They became a meta corporation. The richest of the rich had the best breathing apparatus, and they incorporated it into their bowls. So if you wanted to survive in that empire, you would have to pay a monthly stipend, like a tax almost, in order to get breathable air. And if you didn't pay, they cut off your supply. Alongside that meta corporation sold so many more different things for their bowls. Did you want luxury feeding? Did you want an entertainment system? Did you want something for war or something like that? And so they just did sort of like micro DLCs for their bowls. That's how that empire evolved. It was one of the most fun, ridiculous roleplay that I'd ever done in Stellaris, and I absolutely loved it. I think the trait that makes your children pre-sapients uses this parrot portrait without the bowl. I think so. If so, that's peak. This sounds horrifically dystopian. Oh yeah, Gaming Brain. We went through so many different variations of parrots in a bowl. It was so much fun. But my empire in this one, we are a martial empire. We're wasteful deviants, but intelligent and rapid breeders. We're fanatic militarist spiritualists, we have warrior culture and distinguished admiralty, and we are Starlight Citadel. Scorching their planet's surface, these pirates have been waging a civil war for over 4,000 years. In that time, countless trillions of lives have been lost, until one faction stood above everyone else. Fearless and fearsome, these pirates fought under the Bowl Empire. Their heads covered and protected, giving them a clear advantage. They wiped the planet of all other life. Now they seek a new challenge, one worthy of their might. Maybe this wormhole holds the key. No worries, Harry. Thank you so much for the Empire's Unity, and thank you so much for your continued support despite being so incredibly busy. It means the world. We are going to be doing this event on Wednesday, 5 p.m. UK time, 1700 hours, and this will be happening on Wednesday this week. We're going to be starting it then. I'm just giving some people an extra day and a bit to get their Empires 2 meters of different time zones, and obviously if Montu and EP want to be involved, then they've got to work around their incredibly busy schedules. So I wanted to give everyone a bit of an opportunity. Hey Shigami, welcome in. At least the free helmet ads come free. Yes, all the ads come free, just not the add-ons. You working on it now, Corset? Nice, you are on my list, don't worry. Oh, wow. What a productive session, to be honest. What a very productive session. Well, we can do Izzy's Empire. We can do Izzy's Empire. We all know who Izzy's going to be. Izzy's going to be the Blom. And we're going to make the Blom. The Blom will return in this CCG. Kinda has to, doesn't it? Let's make Izzy's Blom now. I love the idea of them being of that, yeah. They're chill. I'll give them shellcraft. Do I want them to? Do I want them to have wilderness? Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's put them on life seeded, shall we? Let's see if the Blom can work with life seeded. Let's see. Let's see if they can survive with life seeded. I want to know. They Blom. So we're going to make them the nicest possible sort of like chill empire. Give them a civic that allows you to terraform into Gaia. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like it. They kind of don't like doing anything though. They're trying to just chill. We'll put them as docile. And budding. Rooted, because they don't care. Slow learners, because they are. But they are incredibly charismatic. They are incredibly charismatic. Blom blurp. Ah! Blomland. Hot Blom. It's a Gaia world, of course. Has to be this beautiful. I think we'll give them a little plant pot thing. Yeah. They're like butterflies. They're like butterflies. I think that's the most horrific flag I've ever seen. I think that might be the worst flag I have ever made in my life. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh, that's just such a bad. It's such a bad color. It's so good. 9 years in, you have 10k fleet power. Awesome. I think we're gonna make that one more vibrantly pink and make that. Yes. Now the ship. Yes. Beautiful. Top Blom. Oh no. Don't do that. Top Blom. Blom blurp. Blurp Blom. Charismatic. Oh yeah, this is just. Oh right, yeah. Agrarian Idol. And Idle. That's the one you think of, isn't it? Idyllic Bloom. There you go. Oh, the Blom down here somewhere. The hell are the Blom? Where do they go? What? On my oh, there they are. Trust the Blom to be so bloody difficult. Anyway, there we go. There we go. If you zoom close enough to the Blom planet, you'll see Schedule 1 gameplay footage. I wonder how the blom tastes. How blom tastes like squidgy. I think that's the only way I'll be able to describe it is squidgy, and not in like a nice sort of like sponge cake way. I mean like a horrible sort of like disgustingly textured way. Okay, let me have a look, see who else is on the list. So we've got John and Laura send them to me. Dazzle, they'll look after me as well. Tiroy, I think said they were going to get back to me tomorrow or then. Patrick is done. Cinders has sent me a file. Countess is working on theirs. Oldorath has a file sent. Cypher has a file sent. And I'll talk to Varus tomorrow and Sabers tomorrow. Storm is a potential as well. I'll talk to Storm tomorrow. And EP30 Montu and Halo Killer. I thought, Halo, did you send yours through? Or did you say you were still working on it? I can't remember if you said you were still working on it. No, you're still working on it. Correct. Yep, that's fine. To be honest, all this talk of mushrooms is making me want to make a lovely mushroom pasta. I'll be on my way, Gaming Brain. Probably best pan-fried or stuffed and baked. No, guys, come on. Don't talk about the plum like that. Right. Everyone's empire who I can make tonight has been done. Phenomenal. Wonderful. Thank you to everyone that got back to me and who's been around today to help make them. Thank you to everyone who's still going to be making them and send them to me either tomorrow or early Wednesday. This is my favourite event that we do. This is my favourite event that we do with Stellaris. Obviously, doing the Paradox paid stuff is really cool. Being on the Steam storefront page, being a part of Timelines, taking part in EP's video, fantastic. Did you want to see my video, by the way, that I did for EP? Did you want to see what I did for EP30's grand video? Did you want to see what I cooked up for? See if I can find it. Alright, okay. He gave me permission to showcase it, so we won't watch the entire video because it's quite a long one. So just to give you a rundown of what the idea was. The idea was that we would pass a save across. We would pass a save between multiple content creators. I think it was 8 in the end. Let me do display capture, see if that works. Yeah. So we're going to watch it on the break screen, okay? So the idea is, let me just mute Stellaris. So the idea is that you pass a save across multiple content creators, and you won't be able to tell them, you wouldn't be able to tell the other people what you're planning, what you've done at all. It's up to us to figure out what we have to do, what we want to do. It's up to us to do whatever it is that we want to do. So this give you an idea of who was involved. EP did the beginning bit.
Research what to do with all these rocks, and this planet looks like a beautiful place to get minerals.
So the idea is that he would go through, talk about how he's setting up the empire for us, and then he would send it across the save across. This is to Alpha Yan Delete, who we all know and love. This is Alpha Yan Delete.
Dive in. Starting out, I took a quick survey of the Empire. It was early in the game, so I had freedom to lay the groundwork. First thing I noticed, clerks weren't being promoted. Not sure if that was intentional, but I didn't dwell on it for long. Why? Because we were...
So yeah, you get the idea of what this is. So you're supposed to talk about what you did in the Empire.
No navy and no clear and obvious goals. No purpose. Because they
so you would play the game and do a little video.
They were able to communicate.
Explaining what you did. It's a typical Stellaris video, right?
Furthermore, we detected strange signals.
Strategizer went a bit crazy.
We found this strange storm capsule happen.
And then this is mine. This is mine.
The sunlines drawn on the map here indicate areas of disintegration, as acute solar flares are likely to kill on contact.
In the government's position, Russia released the following statement. I don't know, I'm just here to take home a paycheck.
Prompting Defence Minister to promise an increase of defence spending.
The scientific community never ceases to amaze. Here's to a new, more comfortable future.
The aftermath of the polar disturbance on Bear's Fruit are still being felt, with many construction projects being put on hold or cancelled. This loss of industry has hit areas hard, with unemployed workers saying, "We don't care about the brilliant lights. It doesn't pay my bills."
The continued recouncil of various planetary estates has entered the fourth year, and with no end in sight, the economic stability continues.
The other day over the embezzlement and improper use of company funds. Their hit song, "If It Ain't Clerkin', They Ain't Workin'," reached #1 in the galactic charts, edging out competitors, planetside cruisers, and moonwalk.
To restore order across certain parts of the planet, but many are questioning the heavy-handed techniques they're using. For example,
the yearly flower show on
tanks.
Was it with contestants or has finally led to this
Joined today by Montgomery Spencer to talk about his new book,
Growing tensions between the Polvantian entity and the Evandarin Order escalated the other day as the Evandarin ambassador stormed out of the peace talks being held in the Trappist system.
Since then, patrols have increased on both sides, with various ministers and leaders from both civilizations using the actions of the other to justify their increased military spending. We go live now to Polka Dot, GNN's political analyst. Dot, what can you tell us?
Thank you. I've been aboard the Trappist Starhold for several years now. The atmosphere is a mixture of apprehension and fear. Trade has been diverted through the neutral stations of neighbouring empires, as all hyperlanes seem to be pointing to one conclusion: war. The ambassador's reaction to the peace talks only days ago has sparked a series of increasingly hostile communiques within Vandarin Council, demanding that the Polvantian entity cede systems under their control and the natural resources those systems are home to. But, and most shockingly of all, the planet Crota and its people would fall under Vandarin control. This led to an increased not only military patrols from the Polvantian entity, but also a significant shift in the sciences, with head scientist Yan focusing instead on munitions and ships. When we reached out for comment on this sudden shift of focus, Almighty Mind Billy issued a statement that reads, "I am still hopeful for a peaceful resolution to this animosity. However, the Polvantian entity will be more than ready to defend our people."
I'm sorry to interrupt you there, Polkadot, but the Evandarin Order has formally declared war against the Polvantian entity. These are live images. Viewer discretion is advised. The war has been raging for several months now and shows no sign of slowing. However, the Polvantian entity's losses are far lower than their would-be conquerors. The Evandarin Order has lost several systems to the Polvantian counterattack, including the Alcor Starhold, the Ravonic system, the Deneb system, and the Astral Rift discovered in Beta Corvi now lie firmly in Polvantian control, while a severely weakened Evandarin Order retreats to political and economic strife, with a large deficit thanks in part to the catastrophic war, but also due to pressure from their rivals, the Pious Malanic Order. How this will shape the galactic political sphere remains to be seen, but condemnation from several of Polvantian entities' allies will most likely ensure a second war would not be in the Vandorans' best interest. In other news, strange signals from deep space continue to baffle scientists as to their origin.
Dolphin refused to shout out his channel, even though I begged him to, so I'm doing it for him. Go check him out. He streams on Twitch and YouTube and makes videos on Stellaris.
I refused it.
The link is in the description.
I refused to shout myself out because it's not my thing. It's his thing, and EP deserves all the credit for it. But yeah, that's what I did. That's like the second cool thing that's happened this year to Stellaris. 3 things actually. I got the Paradox Steam thing just before Christmas, so not this year. Got to do timelines again with Montu and Co. And I got to do a video, in an EP3 video. It's so cool. This game has afforded me so many different opportunities. I cannot even begin to. Yeah, thank you, and it's all thanks to you lot. Genuinely, nothing to do with me. It's thanks to you lot. You lot have made it so I have allowed me to do so many cool things around this cool game and the amazing community, and I can't thank you enough. We are going to end it here because everyone's empire that I can do has been done. So we're probably going to end it here. We're going to raid Izzy because they're in the last. They're doing Power World. And we love Izzy, we love Simus. So let's go give them a raid. We're going to be starting this very CCG on the Wednesday, 1700 hours, so 5 o'clock UK time. I can't wait. I'm going to do a number of tests to make sure you all spawn in. If you need anything changing, just let me know. Honestly, Hamster, it's a question I can't answer. I don't know why you folks watch me. I don't. Can't wait to devour you. Demon, it's not Valentine's Day. A little bit early for that, buddy. Oh, God, who am I playing as again? Paris. You know, please don't cook us in our own bowls. Please don't turn our bowls into cooking utensils. I don't think I can handle that. Anyway, let's go chill with Izzy for a bit. I'll see you all Wednesday. No stream tomorrow, so I'm going to be running checks and making sure everything. No, I'm not calling you stupid. I don't understand why you watch. I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to go. Bye!